bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'ma shine like glass.
Welcome everyone to our 10th season of Breakdance Fight Club. I'm very excited for our 10th anniversary season, and it's shaping up to be a really good one this year. Before we go any further though, I want to personally thank the ones who have been here since the beginning. Myself, the commish, formerly known as Stage 5 Clinger. Goat, my 2IC, formerly known as Come On Man, and Team Warden, who surprisingly actually had a team name in his first year, which was Orderr is Better. Only 3 of us have been here year in and year out. As commish, I know how to take responsibility, and I do take full blame for our high turnover since our initial season. I should have never delegated member retention to Goat. That's my fault. I've learned, though, that his business and interpersonal skills are similar to his fantasy skills, and that he was neither born with the natural talent nor the leadership required to handle such a responsibility. I'm hoping that many of you will be in this league in the next 10 years, but preferably those who actually can make the playoffs, so that we maintain our integrity and keep this league competitive. Speaking of integrity, I was saddened when the GOAT reached out to me the other day and asked me to draft his fantasy team in another league. Initially, not gonna lie, I was flattered. He obviously recognized how much more talented I am than him. But then, being mature that I am, I was able to take a step back and actually reflect upon the situation. He was asking me to pretend that I was him in order to give himself an advantage in another league in hopes that he could steal money from those sad, sad people. And now, less than 2 hours before the draft order selection, he desperately reached out to me in hopes that he could bribe me for a top 3 pick. Before you say picks or it didn't happen, right there. It's all the evidence you need. I want to assure you, all of you, that I have the integrity of a valuable leader. There never have been frozen envelopes in this league, and there never will be frozen envelopes. In the interest of transparency, just want to make sure that you are all aware of what was going on. Back to the good information here, okay? Let's keep the positive train rolling. We've got 14 teams this year, but only 6 are going to make the playoffs, with the top 2 earning buys. So one of you, one lucky person out there, will have the privilege to have a bye week with me, the commish. We're going to be returning to our standard format this year after last year's experimental season. Starting rosters will consist of 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, a defense/special teams, and then a kicker. And this year we'll go back to having 7 bench spots available. We're also going to be playing for cash money again this year, with a modest entry fee of $20, which apparently was not grandiose enough for Kyle. He decided to leave us for his big money league, which personally I find interesting because he never even made the playoffs in this league before. Terrible money management. He's probably one of those Wall Street bets Redditors out there buying stonks on Robinhood. Sadly, his fantasy football team never went to the moon. I digress. So, top 4 spots this year are going to earn money. $150 for first, $75 for second, $35 for third, and then last place gets their $20 back. Our draft is going to be on Saturday, August 4th at 1 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. I stressed Central Time first, since there hasn't been a winner that is not currently living in Texas since 2015. Interesting to note that all these winners are somehow related. The last two champs actually live in the same house. So collusion, asterisks, I'll let y'all be the judge of that. I know they breed football here in Texas, but I didn't realize they develop fantasy football winners here as well. Of course, all these winners are actually California transplants, so it's really kind of tough to say which state really does it best. Modern Day was just out here in Duncanville, Texas, for a powerhouse football matchup, and they beat Duncanville 45-3. So honestly, it's pretty tough to argue that California doesn't have the best football out there. But let's go ahead and introduce all our members this year as we place them in to the ceremonial 2002 World Series champion Angels hat. Now, magic number has not expired for these guys yet, so they could still win the World Series in 2021. But we might want to wait for the 20-year anniversary 2022 World Series champs, Trout and Ohtani. Let's go. So, starting with our new member. We only actually have one new member this year. Patrick, Fantasy Killer Outer Limits. He is the second occupational therapist in this league. But sadly, there's already rumors flying that he was promoted to this league after previously winning his other league via auto draft. Just a heads up, Patrick, we don't take too kindly to auto drafters around here. But I guarantee you won't be the only one. Because we have two members that are returning from hiatus. Tim, auto draft robot. Not a great name after I just scolded Patrick. Tim played in 2019. Didn't have the heart to play last year, though, after a disappointing 6th place finish. But honestly, if I were him, I'd been really excited because that was his highest finish since 2016. Mr. McGiblets, Travis, tickle me and rub my belly. Travis joined out of pity to help us out this year. But we all know he's really got his eyes on beating his little brother in the consolation bracket at the end of the year. He's hoping to do that for the second time in the history of this league. And now we got 13 people that are returning from last season. Yours truly, the commish. Last year, no big deal, added another regular season title to my trophy case. Might have to open up the walls between my guest bedroom and the office to make room for all these trophies I'm racking up here. GOAT. He finally tasted victory in 2019. Finally got to join the ranks of his favorite cousin, his dad, his wife, even his father-in-law. After trying to defend his title by sneaking into the final playoff spot last year, only because he had the most total points via tiebreaker, my man got bounced in the first round. And he's champing at the bit just to prove that he's not here because of nepotism. Speaking of nepotism, Katie, I am awesome. Welcome back to our two-time champ, the second person in this league to actually have won more than one time. And even more notoriety to her, she's the only asterisk winner of this league. Actually, a two-time asterisk winner. She won her first title in 2016 with the help of the head coach, the assistant coach, Tony, her dad, who has since been banned from this league. She is the defending 2020 champ, which is also an asterisk season due to COVID. So she's got two asterisks. She's coming here looking to become the 3-time winner of this league, the first one we've had. And honestly, possibly really actually to earn her first honest championship. DJ, the first of two DJs. Team Warden, 2017 champion. He was previously known as Mr. Consistent, as he had a long history of making the Final Four. However, he's failed to even make the playoffs in the last 2 years, which honestly has everyone asking, does the old man still have the fight in him? Fantasy football is a young person's game. Lindsay, trophy wife. This is her sophomore season, and she's actually hoping to make the playoffs this year after finishing one spot out when she got beat in total points tiebreaker by the GOAT last year. She was the first occupational therapist to join the league. So there may be an upper extremity rivalry between her and Outer Limits this year. Brandon, COVID Drew lockdown. Another sophomore. He joined us last year after his own league folded. Not sure if he's really running it this year or not. All I know is I never got an invite. A disappointed 10th place regular season finish for him last year. But he did come first for most excuses as to why his team failed. Drew Locke is no longer the starter, so maybe get a new team name this year. Morgan, Miller, Militia. Always a threat to make a run at second or third place. He finished third in the regular season last year, but failed the podium. Since entering the league in 2016, he's got 2 runner-up trophies and a third place trophy as well. The other DJ. That's what Cheesehead. He started his career with a third place finish in 2018. People in his camp were saying he missed the playoffs the next year. It was a sophomore slump. But after missing the playoffs again last year, it's becoming increasingly clear that he was a swing and a miss for his organization. He currently has as many missed playoffs as he does kids. I'm personally just hoping this doesn't become a Phillip Rivers situation here. Crystal, Mac Attack. Another person that podiumed in their first year. And she finished second in 2019, which was that year. And there were immediate talks that she may be the next big thing. Unfortunately for her, dreams may have already been dashed as she followed that remarkable season with a disgusting, absolutely disgusting 12th place regular season finish last year. There were talks that she was contemplating retirement, but she's sticking it out this year to see if she can at least finish top 10. Take it to the house.
Here's David in Lakewood. Hey, David, you're on 710 ESPN.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's my first time calling, man. I'm big fans of you guys' show.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. And so I do have a little bit of problem with calling the Dodgers cheaters. The first problem I have is that, you guys are saying everybody's using it. Trevor Bauer admitted that players were using this 3 years ago. So the substances have been known to be around. The second part about it is, if Manfred's got such a big problem with the substances being used, didn't he have a problem with the balls being juiced? Because look at all the rates, the home run rates going up. I look at it as them combating something, knowing that the balls had been juiced.
Right.
After a humbling rookie season in 2019 that saw him missing the playoffs, he bounced back big and finished second place after a heartbreaking loss in the final minutes of the title game against the Asterisk. He lost the title by 0.48 points. Benching James Conner in the final and playing Darrell Henderson Jr. instead cost you a title. But honestly, Kamara got you 53.2 points and you still couldn't win the game? Do you really deserve it? He's a Trevor Bauer supporter, so that's all you really need to know. Finally, Matt. PR going balls D? Formerly known as Boston goes balls deep. Maybe he just ran out of characters for his team name this year. But hey, man, congratulations on setting your personal record for going balls deep. That's something to be proud of, since fantasy football clearly is not your forte. Finished tied for the last playoff spot last year. Imagine the possibilities if you actually set a full lineup in Week 13. You could have pulled off the impossible. You would have knocked GOAT out of the 6th place spot. Could have made a run at the title. So, all the teams are in the hat now. And it's time to get our draft order for the 2021 Breakdance Fight Club season. Big names here. Nothing frozen. With a number 1 pick in the 2021 draft. I love it. Trophy Wife. She will find a way to blow that one for sure. Drafting second this year. Mr. McGiblets. Now, GOAT wanted top 3. If this is the GOAT right here, I'm open to a full investigation. You may investigate us for collusion. Top 3. Whew, we played it safe, thank goodness. Mac Attack is a top 3rd pick here. Moving on to 4th pick in this year's draft. I'm hoping I'm coming up soon, though, to be honest. Take it to the house. Number 5 pick in this year's fantasy draft. Let's see what it's going to be. That's what Cheesehead. Number 6. We're getting close to the bad spots here soon. 6th spot in this year's draft. Auto Draft Robot. 7th pick is... Oh no, I guess we're just auto drafting right in a row here. Fantasy Killer Outer Limits. I would hate to be sandwiched around those auto drafters. 8th pick in the draft goes to Militia. I'm getting a little nervous. You know, I think I had the second to last draft pick last year. Still won the regular season. No big deal. Next pick. PR. Going balls deep. You know what? I was a gentleman, and I gave you the extra P. Balls deep. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks left. So we must be on pick number 10. And that's going to go to the GOAT. He's picking late in this year's draft. That's going to be his first excuse as to why he doesn't win again this year. I'm hoping to go 11th because he's going to give me great picks right after him. He'll blow it. The 11th pick. Oh, wow. Collusion? I think so. I am awesome. They'll probably be drafting right next to each other. And Tony, her dad, probably on the phone as well, if not in person. We've got 3 left here. 3 left. 12th pick in this year's draft goes to... Wow. It's Team Texas all the way here at the end. Team Warden. I think it's COVID Drew Lockdown and myself. I'm going to look like a real idiot if it's not. Second to last pick, which is where I drafted last year and came in first in the regular season last year, goes to COVID Drew Lockdown. I guess that means I'm picking back-to-back picks. Okay. Just for clarification, it is yours truly, the commish, picking 14th this year. All right, so there you have it. That is the order for this year's draft. As a reminder, the draft is Saturday, August 4th. That's going to be 1 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. $20 buy-in. Please get us the money ASAP. GOAT has a real history of not coming up with money until the very, very end. So please, let's get some trash talk going, and let's have some fun. Another great season is upon us, and I want to thank all of you for being part of our 10th year. I'll see you all on the 4th, except the 2 auto drafters out there, or 3. Thank you very much.
No, I never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. And cause never was the reason for the evening or the Tropic of Sir Galahad.